ladies and gentlemen. We're driving the Corolla. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm yelling at the top of my lungs. Oh, but how's it going? Time for another driving vlog. Maybe. Who knows if any of this is usable. We're in the Corolla. The first drive of the season, even though I've had it out other times this year. Taking it down into the boonies to get some ethanol-free fuel to fill her up. I've done a lot of work on the Corolla. Actually, just today, I bought something off of Craigslist and I didn't get murdered. I got a Craftsman toolbox, like a big upright rolling chest of drawers. I was gonna just buy a Harbor Freight cheapo one, but then I saw this on Craigslist and this guy just wanted 75 bucks for this big, you know, the typical red mechanics cart drawer. No tools, obviously, just the drawer. And those things are like $200-300 sometimes. So I picked it up. It fit, thankfully, just barely in the back of the Subaru. And now I have a place to put my tools. I haven't put any there yet because it's very dirty. I need to clean it, kind of, but I got places for my tools. So I can keep working on the Corolla. I don't think I'm gonna run out of gas before I can get gas. The gas gauge is not accurate. It goes to full when you fill it up, slowly goes down, and then somewhere it just immediately goes all the way to 1/4, and then it just stays there. So that's where it's been for a long time. So I figure it's time to fill it up. I'm gonna measure how much I have to put in, and remind me to look at the. Gotta take a picture with my phone of the odometer. I would like to do some miles per gallon tests just to see what kind of economy this car gets. Look, cows! There are cows! Hello, cows! So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. It's a nice day, not a 80-degree day, but it's in the low 50s. It's sunny, it's not gonna rain. So figured I'd take that time to do it. I recently polished the valve cover live on Twitch. So that's obviously back on. Reconnected the whole carburetor and spark plugs and stuff. Also replaced the rear shocks. And it's kind of hard to tell, but I think for sure it's definitely more stable in the rear. There was some construction that I went by, and you go over those like steel plates. And the front, now I can definitely tell how washy the front is. So I think the next, at least mechanical upgrade I'll have to do is the front struts, towers. Which are a little bit more expensive than the shocks in the back. The shocks are replaced. I did do the front stabilizer bar, bushings and linkages. I mean, I can't really tell a difference there. That's just kind of more of a wear and tear replacement. I did take out some trim in the back that I'm going to try painting because it's very, very worn and gross. Oh, speed zone. .35. So I go about 40 on the odometer, speedometer, just because it's about 5 miles off. So yeah, that's basically what I've done. I did replace the spark plugs, obviously. I mentioned that before, which is when I found out about the leaking valve cover gasket and had to replace that. What else? I would like to find new side view mirrors. There isn't one on the passenger side just by default, but I'd like to add one because I keep looking over there, and this one's kind of cracked and chipped and gross. I'm having a hard time finding replacement ones of those. And then really the carpet. The carpet is the only thing that really needs complete changing, and I'm not sure how much of a priority that's going to be for me, to be honest.
Avenue Southeast, Airport Way.
Hold on, stoplight. Get a dash cover or pad. I gotta sand down all these cracks on the dash. Yeah, I'm not sure what else really. It's been working all right so far. Sometimes I forget to shift. That's fun. That's a good time indeed. I have noticed actually driving the Subaru, sometimes I phantom clutch, like when I'm coming to a stop, so at least it's starting to be a habit of mine. That's a good thing, I suppose. Oh, hill start. Please, light, turn green, Challenger. Oops, sorry. I didn't know the light turned green for you.
For half a mile.
I was concentrating on not rolling backwards, sir. So yeah, I'm about at the gas station now, so I'm going to stop recording, because that's awkward, and maybe I'll come back with you with the rest of the trip. Okay. Hello again. How are you? Sunglasses on, sunny in I almost said Phoenix, but this is Seattle. Hi, I'm back. Sorry, I got a little bit flustered there. I was worried about that hill start, and then I didn't realize the other oncoming left turn had the green light, and then old Ford Explorer honked at me, and I get all flustered. I don't like being wrong. I was in the right. No, but it's fine. We're alive. It's fine. Filled up with gas. It was 8.6 gallons, and this has a 13-gallon tank, so more than enough. And now the needle is like not quite on full, so the fuel sender level sender is not functioning as intended. So what was I saying? I was getting all flustered. Got to replace the carpet, maybe eventually. I did have to take out the back seat in order to. That's how you access the doohickeys, you know, the points, the mounting points for the rear shocks, and cleaned all back there. Also discovered that's where the gas tank is. literally pretty much in the shape of the back seat. You probably can't see it right now, but behind the back seat. So like if the back seat wasn't there, your passengers in the back would be resting their backs on the gas tank. Safety first. I mean, I suppose it is directly over the rear axles for maximum weight distribution, but also high center of gravity, and also what the hell. But that's interesting to know now. That's I see the gas tank. I'm always wondering where and what shape it is. I thought it was under the seat or something, but now you know. So yeah, I got to replace some plastic trim bits that are like, this is all cracked. I got to find another screw and maybe paint it, finish it, something. This is all fine. This was all replaced when the seats and stuff were replaced. The carpet, got to find, I don't have to, but I would like to find a matching rear bumper of the JDM Slim style. Those are expensive and hard to find, and they come from the Philippines or Greece. And I also have to, again, don't have to, but I would like to find a different grille. The KE35 model has the same grille mounting and shape and size, but it's a little bit more aggressive looking. It's got some chrome trim around it, and it's a little bit more square, which I kind of like. So again, this is all hypothetical stuff. As it is, it works fine. Could put a new radio in or some sort of Bluetooth situation. I did take out the speakers back there. Oh, I also got it. The rear deck is gross. I got I don't know, just some sort of carpet or fabric or some sort of something. Just spray adhesive it on the back there, and then the back deck will be fine. And then there's already holes cut out for the speakers, so the speaker wires go back there. I could hook up some speakers. There's one singular speaker in the front here that would need replacing. I'm not really huge on the tunes while I'm driving the classic car. But yeah, other than that, I replaced the rear diff fluid. I suppose I should check the transmission fluid, but I've not felt or seen or heard anything that would indicate it needs replacement. I gotta do the oil change. I got my oil. That's easy enough. Oh, and the windshield, I guess. People drive with cracked windshields all the time. Do the wipers work? You bet they do. And so does the wiper fluid. I mean, it shot it over the car. I gotta wipe that off now. I could use new windshield wipers. They're very tiny. They could be bigger than this. They could be at least an inch bigger than this. They stop like right here. That was hilarious. See, there's a true survivor. The windshield washer fluid pump still works. How about that? So yeah, I think that's what we're up to. Let's get out of this parking lot, and I have a little bit of a route that'll take me around the rivers and some slow curves and stuff. And yeah, we'll do that. You know what? The water, those are really tiny windshield wipers. Who fitted those on there? Those are like 12-inch windshield wipers. All right, so let's go. Let's go. Clutch in, neutral, going, brake, handbrake, first gear. Slowly roll, manual steering. Woo, Nelly. Big old lifted truck. He'll start. Ooh. Got a bit of a chicane here under a bridge. Dangerous stuff. Woo! Oh yeah. The rear, I don't know what you can see in the video, but the rear is much more bounce okay. The front is, which is to be expected. That's where all the weight is, but it's a night and day comparison with the suspension going on here. I guess I do need to decide before changing the struts is whether or not I want to lower the stance, not the stance, the ride height any. It would look better, but also I think it's fine with its current stance. It's a little bit high up. There's a big wheel arch gap, but the stock ride height. I just don't want it to, I mean, it's obviously, it's not a sports car or anything like that, but in doing that, it changes the whole geometry of the suspension, and I probably care more about that than the vast population of other stance bros. I could just see like an inch or like 2 at the most, and then I would just get lowering blocks for the rear. Whoops, I never started my navigation. Don't text and drive. But yeah, I don't know. I'm taking it slow. I don't know how long I'll have this car. Cone apparently seems to think it will be forever. He does not want me to get rid of it. But I would eventually like to graduate to something a little bit more sporty or different or special. Not that this isn't special, but something like, if I stick in Toyota, like a first-gen Celica, sheeps or lambs or sheeps, same thing. Could have been goats. Like a first-gen Celica, or I don't know. I mean, there's even some stuff in the 80s that would be interesting to have. Like all in all, it would be nice for a project car to be so I could register it as a collectible. So it's got to be 30 years old in Washington State at least. So 89 is the cutoff for that. It's telling me to do a U-turn. I don't want to do a U-turn. I don't know if you can see the mountains out there, but they're snow-capped and beautiful. Woo, there's some old cars in there. Some lawn decorations. What else was I thinking of? Obviously, the old Datsun. The Datsun would be, a 240, 260, 280 Z. Or even an old American car. I don't know, a Falcon? A Ranchero? I've taken a liking, not a liking, but just an interest in the Plymouth. There was a Plymouth Valiant on Craigslist that was magical. It was in like Idaho or Montana or something, but I liked it, and those all have usually the slant 6 engines. I don't know why, that sounds interesting. A slant 6 engine. I don't know what the deal is with those. Are they crap? Are they good? Do they last long? Are they like the Toyota 4-cylinders? They are bulletproof and last forever. I like the unusual stuff. I myself am strange and unusual, but yeah, that's how that cookie crumbles. We'll see. A year, 2 years, 5 years. It all depends on budgets and living situations and work. But I am enjoying the Corolla right now. It is very enjoyable as it is. It has ticked all the check boxes of a first classic car to learn cars on. I've done a lot more than I anticipated. Swapping a carburetor, for instance, and fuel systems and stuff, and fuel pump. The fuel pump I changed. It's a mechanical fuel pump. So I learned a little bit more than I thought I would learn, in addition to the manual transmission. Sort of. Still working on that. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll certainly, obviously, keep you all abreast of the situation. But I think right now I'm just going to enjoy the drive, and we'll see you when we see you. And who knows if you're even going to see this. I don't know what this audio quality is going to be like, but yeah, thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Horns. Freeway entrance. Whoops. Didn't want to do this.